Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be talking about the 4 best online therapy sites that you can check out in 2023. These platforms are absolutely legit and can really come in handy if you're feeling stressed, anxious, depressed, or dealing with any other mental health issues. In fact, they might even be better than traditional face-to-face therapy, and I'll explain why. So without further ado, let's get started. Oh, and by the way, if you're interested in checking out the services that I'm about to mention, I have discounted links below that'll save you some extra money, and the deals aren't readily available by going directly to their websites, so feel free to take advantage of them. Okay, now let's get into it. Online therapy is a really great option for anyone who needs help with their mental well-being. It's perfect if you don't feel like leaving your house, hate having to drive all the way to a therapist's office, and want to keep your therapy sessions more private, or if you feel more comfortable pouring your heart out from the comfort of your own home. Now, if unfortunately, like a lot of people these days, you're dealing with severe depression, major addictions, unaliving thoughts, or if you frequently find yourself in crisis situations, online therapy might not be the best fit for you. And that's because a therapist won't physically be there to support you in those critical moments. In cases like these, it's usually a good idea to consider the traditional in-person therapy method instead. But for most other mental health concerns, online therapy works as effectively as in-person therapy. Alright, now that we know who online therapy would be good for and those who should probably stick to in-person therapy, let's get into some actual online therapy services. And we'll begin with what I believe is the best online therapy site, which is BetterHelp. BetterHelp offers therapeutic services for people, couples, and teens 13 and above. Also, they have a bunch of awesome features that make them a great option. Things like a live chat, groupinars, which are webinars but in a group setting, a journal, which you can choose to share with your therapist, a user-friendly app, and a lot more features. Now, when it comes to signing up for BetterHelp, everyone starts with a questionnaire about your background, your beliefs, and the type of therapist that you're looking for. Then BetterHelp automatically matches you up with a therapist within a few hours. Now, although they do offer unlimited messaging and weekly live sessions of 30 to 45 minutes through video, phone, or text, depending on your schedule, not all therapists provide all of these options. And if you're not connecting with your therapist for whatever reason, you can quickly switch them without any hassle. And like I briefly touched on earlier, they even have a journaling feature where you can write down your feelings to process them in a better way. Plus, like I said, they have daily groupinars led by experienced therapists covering a wide range of topics from depression and anxiety to stress and personal loss. All right, so now that we've covered some of the basics, let's talk about pricing. BetterHelp costs around $60 to $90 a week, which is billed monthly depending on your location and the availability of the therapist. But here's the thing you need to know. BetterHelp doesn't accept insurance, so if you have insurance coverage that covers your entire therapy bill, it might not be the best fit for you. And another important thing is that BetterHelp doesn't provide psychiatric services or medication management. So if that's something you specifically need, you'll have to look elsewhere. But all in all, BetterHelp has a lot to offer. It's super affordable for those who don't have insurance coverage and want therapy through their preferred mode of communication. Okay, so next up, we're going to talk about Talkspace. It's also very good for online therapy and caters to individuals, couples, and teens age 13 and above. And what's really cool is that it's available across all 50 states in the United States, as well as Canada. They have a user-friendly app that makes it easy to connect with your therapist through messaging, phone calls, or video calls, and signing up for Talkspace is pretty similar to BetterHelp. Based on your responses to their questionnaire, they'll match you up with 3 options of therapists. But here's the catch. You'll need to choose your favorite therapist quickly, or they'll assign one to you automatically. And also keep in mind that sometimes it might take a few days to get matched with a suitable therapist, especially if they're really popular. Now, just like BetterHelp, Talkspace also offers features like journaling, webinars, and the option to switch therapists if you're not feeling comfortable with them. Talkspace also provides psychiatric services for anyone 18 and over, including medication management for those that need it. And even though these services cannot be paired with your therapy sessions in a single plan, it's worth mentioning that Talkspace is one of the few platforms that offers that kind of psychiatric support. All right, so let's talk about the cost of Talkspace. They have 3 different plans to choose from. First, there's the messaging only plan, which costs about $70 per week and includes unlimited audio, video, and text messaging with your therapist. Then there's the video plus messaging plan, priced at under $100 per week, which includes everything from the previous plan along with 4 45-minute live therapy sessions each month. And lastly, there's the video plus messaging plus workshops plan, all for about $110 per week. This plan includes all the features of the previous plan plus access to group classes led by Talkspace therapists on various general topics. Now, although both higher tier plans are good, in my opinion, attending workshops and webinars with a bunch of people can have a different impact on your mindset. And that's because first you realize you're not alone, and so you can relate to others and yourself in better ways. And second, you get to interact, receive, and give support to those struggling with similar issues as you. Now, another cool aspect of Talkspace is that they do accept many major health insurance plans. So if you have insurance coverage, these prices may not have to come from you, which is pretty cool. So overall, with its array of services and the added benefit of psychiatric support, Talkspace is a top-notch option for online therapy. Moving on to the next contender for the best online counseling service, which is onlinetherapy.com. And what makes them stand out is their focus on CBT-based therapy, which stands for cognitive behavioral treatment. It's a type of talking therapy that works on identifying, challenging, and improving your thought patterns that result in a negative feeling and behavior. And similar to BetterHelp and Talkspace, when you sign up, you give them all of your information and then they match you with a therapist. And once again, if you don't feel a good connection with your therapist for whatever reason, you have the option to switch to another one. And once you're happy with your therapist, you can communicate with them through messaging, phone calls, or video calls, depending on your subscription plan. But no matter which plan you go with, your therapist will give you worksheets and questionnaires to understand you better, to be able to tailor your therapy using CBT. They offer a range of options like journaling, worksheets, live sessions with counselors, and even pre-recorded sessions of yoga and meditation. Also, with their court-approved anger management program, if you're dealing with a lot of anger and aggression, onlinetherapy.com is definitely worth trying. But of course, no product or service is perfect, and onlinetherapy.com is no exception. And something that frustrates me a little bit is that they don't have an app yet, which can make accessing their features a bit less convenient. I know it sounds unreal for an online business, but on the other hand, their budget-friendly prices do sort of make up for it. And speaking of prices, their basic plan costs $40 a week and allows you to send unlimited video, audio, or text messages to your therapist. Their standard plan, which costs $64 a week, includes the basic features plus a 45-minute live session weekly. And if you go for the premium plan, which costs $88 a week, you'll get 2 45-minute live sessions each week. And if you're looking for my suggestion, you should go with the premium plan because they give you an extra 45-minute session for just about $24 more. And look, if you consider the importance of your mental well-being, it's really not a high price to pay. Okay, so when it comes to medicine and the like, they don't offer that service, so keep that in mind. And they only enroll adults aged 18 and above, so if you're looking for help for a teenager, you'll have to look elsewhere. And unfortunately, like BetterHelp, they don't accept insurance coverage. Okay, so now that we've covered BetterHelp, Talkspace, and onlinetherapy.com, next up is our fourth and final contender for the best online counseling sites of 2023, Brightside Health. Brightside is pretty unique because it offers both therapy and psychiatric services. And the best part is that it operates across all 50 states. And just like the other three that I mentioned, Brightside will match you with a therapist based on your responses to their questionnaire. And of course, just like the other ones, if you're not feeling comfortable with your assigned therapist, you always have the option to switch to another one. Brightside also includes a complimentary self-care program for all its subscribers, which helps you build resilience in life by focusing on skill building with the help of lessons on things like practicing gratitude, thinking flexibility, and ready, set, goal. Okay, so if you go for the basic therapy option, you'll get weekly live video sessions and unlimited messaging for those dealing with things like anxiety, bipolar disorder, insomnia, panic disorder, phobias, and much, much more. And in terms of medication, they're able to prescribe for those in need of psychiatric treatments. You may be prescribed antidepressant medications, which Brightside then delivers to your doorstep for a nominal additional cost. Now, here's what makes Brightside really stand out. It's the only one among the top 4 online therapy sites we're discussing that combines therapy and psychiatric services in a single subscription plan. So there are 3 plans. The psychiatry plan for about $100 a month, which includes a comprehensive remote psychiatric provider evaluation, support, and monitoring. Their therapy plan, priced at about $300 per month, provides 4 45-minute video sessions and unlimited messaging to your therapist a month. And for just about $59 more, you can add an extra 45-minute live therapy session. And lastly, there's a plan that combines both therapy and psychiatry, available at about $350 a month. And all therapy plans offer an evidence-based approach, which is fantastic. And in terms of insurance, they do accept a few health insurance plans, so you can access their services without breaking the bank, which is of course always a plus. Now let's talk about a few important factors to consider before choosing Brightside. Firstly, they have a list of conditions they cannot help you with: schizophrenia, mania, psychosis, borderline personality disorder, seizures, and more, which you can find on their website. So it's essential to review the conditions where Brightside may not be able to help you. Also, they only provide treatment for people 18 and above. So if you need relationship therapy or assistance for your teenagers, you'll need to go with another service. All right, let's wrap it up and summarize these sites. In my opinion, and from all the research that I've done, BetterHelp takes the crown for the best online therapy platform. But if you're covered by insurance, Talkspace or Brightside both accept certain plans, so their services will either be covered completely or come with a small copay. In fact, both of them are also similar in terms of providing psychiatric services, which isn't provided by the other two services. And if you're looking for a more holistic approach, then onlinetherapy.com is the best fit for you. All right, so that about wraps today's video up. If you found it helpful, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel because it really helps us out. And if you have any experience with online therapy sites, tell us your thoughts in the comment section down below. And also, if you're thinking about giving any of these services a try, don't forget to use the discounted links given in the description to get those discounts that I mentioned earlier. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.